Hey, thank you for checking out NEARFALLS Media and our conversation with Impact Wrestling knockout Tasha Steelz. Make sure you check out Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory this Friday at NEARFALLSmedia.com and at NEARFALLS Media all the time, everywhere. Thank you. Enjoy our chat.
That extra 5 minutes. I mean, it's going to take a minute to introduce all this flavor. So.
Well, see, this is what I wanted to say, and we'll start very naturally like that then. So I'll say, welcome to our guest today, Impact Wrestling knockout Tasha Steelz, who will do a much better version of her own intro than I could ever do. So take it away, Miss Steelz. Tell the people who you are.
Well, let's do it. Are we doing this now? Or?
Yeah, we're doing it now. Let's go.
Okay, if I do say so myself. Ladies and gentlemen, La Boricua Badass, the Flavor Gang leader, the brightest star in the sky, the greatest that beat the greatest, the history maker, Tasha Steelz is in the building right now. How are you, Sam?
I'm good. It's a bit cold in Scotland, but when is it not? How are you?
I'm doing good. It's starting to get chilly over here. Okay, summer is over, and yesterday the weather reminded me of that because I was still in crop tops and shorts, and I had to go back in my house and change into some sweatpants and a sweatshirt. So yeah, it's starting to get chilly here, and I hate it because I'm a spring summer baby, so I like the warm weather, and I'm a little upset that winter's coming. I hate this time of year.
Oh, no. Well, this time of year does bring with it some positives. For example, this weekend's Bound for Glory pay-per-view, which is what I'm told we're here to speak about. Now, I'm right in saying that at press time, as we're recording this interview, you've not got any matches lined up for Bound for Glory. Am I right there?
No. Tasha Steelz is not, she does not have any matches yet. But me being the brightest star that I am, we're going to change that. We're definitely going to change that. So I don't know what it's going to be. But hopefully I can just kick down Scott D'Amore's office door. You know, I'm probably the only one that can do that and demand a match somewhere. Maybe, you know, I've had this problem with Killer Kelly, and she did choke me out at Victory Road, but I did win off of DQ. Okay, a win is a win. So maybe the rematch can happen. The rematch can happen at Bound for Glory, and once and for all, I can put Killer Kelly away, and she can realize why I am the greatest that beat the greatest.
Yeah, exactly. Well, last time we spoke, it was a lot earlier this year, and I was asking you and a couple of your fellow knockouts about injuries, and you told me not to jinx you. Were your exact words, don't jinx you. Do you get particularly superstitious when you're heading into big matches or big shows like Bound for Glory? Do you worry heading into matches like that something could go wrong?
If I happen to worry, then that's when something will go wrong. So I just go in knowing that I trust the person that's across from me, obviously. But things do happen. Not to say that it doesn't. It does. But at the same time, my main focus is telling a story, putting on a great match, and making it memorable for people to talk about. It doesn't matter what we do in this match. It's something I want people to talk about it. So whether you know, people love seeing me twerk in my matches, do my dance, you know, talk my trash, all that stuff. Long as they're talking about it, going into big matches, I really don't think about what can go wrong. I'm just thinking about everything that will go right. And that's just basically, you know, telling a story, creating history again.
Do you have elements of superstition though? Like some people, obviously, they go, I need to put on my left foot first. Have you got anything like that?
Just little things like if I don't wake up in the morning and I'm like not writing in my journal, it's not even, it has to be just a big match, just period. Like before any matches or before TV time or anything like that. If I just don't wake up and reflect and be on my Calm app and just write in my journal or anything like that, I just feel like kind of the day will go like just meh, you know? I feel like things will go great if, you know, I have that, you know, type of thing go on. So I wake up, I stretch, you know, get on my Calm app, I write in my journal, and then I go about my day. If I don't do that, then yeah, you know, I feel like a lot of things can go wrong from there.
Is having yourself in the right mental space like that, is that important for your day to day? If every day has to start with Calm app and journaling, is that how you get through it?
Oh, definitely. I don't think I've ever talked about this before, but I've definitely suffered hard with you know, with mental illness and depression and anxiety and everything like that. Not to be a downer here on this interview, but I think we've all at some point have dealt with that. But I think I've dealt with it in the past couple of months very heavily. And so using the Calm app, which is really, really great. It's really great app, and I think everybody should use it, you know, as their own type of therapy. And then just writing, because if you ball up these feelings inside, it's gonna come out in the worst way on the closest person that is trying to help you, more so hurt you. So I write everything down, and I like to just let that be my taking my deep breath and letting it out. Is just writing all my feelings and stuff in a journal and everything like that, and then listening things on the Calm app. So yeah, definitely helps me out a lot.
Well, your match this past week at Victory Road was your first one in almost 3 months. And around about the time of your match, your last match before that, you tweeted out, "What a journey, but I think it's about that time. Just need to find the right words," with an attached quote, "Life is non-stop journey. Be proud of how far you've come and how excited for how much further you'll go." Was this part of what we're just talking about there? Was that a moment where you were like, "I'm not sure how much I can keep doing in wrestling"?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people were like curious as to what I meant by there, and I think a lot of us subtweet a lot. But the thing was is that I had to reflect on, what am I doing, where am I going, what is my future going to be like? I don't know. But I've also thought about, if um like if something happens to go wrong, like, and things that I wanted to do before and I can't do it now because something has went wrong and it's too late, like, I would regret it, you know? So it was just one of those things where I had to really think twice, like, is this the end for me? And do I need to just hang it up? You know, stuff like that. I think a lot of us go through that. For me, I like to express myself a lot. So whether it's subtweeting, writing in a journal, anything like that, I like people to know what I'm thinking at the time. And I don't want to keep people, you know, hanging on, like, what is she going to do next? What's happening? We haven't seen Tasha Steelz. We don't know what she's doing. I don't want to disappear on anyone, you know? So I want people to know, because a lot of people supported me since day one. So I want them to be in tune and find out what's going on, what's next, or anything like that. So yeah, I really thought like it was just end of a journey for me, or I needed to just be like, step back a little bit. But then I was reminded of who I was and what I did and what I've accomplished within 2 years that women took longer time to do. And it really made me feel good. And I was like, you know what? Let's get in the car, let's gas it up, let's do this again, and let's get on this path of what we want it to be. And now I want to be 2-time knockouts world champion, but I want to be 2-time knockouts longest reigning world champion.
Double goals. I like it.
Yes.
You've said before it's great being part of a locker room that's very diverse and inclusive and representative, but you've also just said there that you've done more in 2 years than some women did in their entire career. So even when you're trying to build each other up, is there still part of you that's like, no, I want to be the best. I always want to be the best.
No, it's in good competition. It's not in cattiness or anything like that. I think we love doing that to each other in our locker room. I don't know about anybody else's locker room, but I love the fact that we uplift each other in our own ways. And that's, okay, you see me as knockouts world champion, and then you have, I don't know, somebody like Chelsea Green come along and she wants to take this title from me. And I'd be like, well, Chelsea, I did this, this, and this. And it may push her to be like, all right, well, I did this, 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 and this, and top that. So it's like a little friendly competition amongst us girls. And we definitely support each other 100%, any and everything that we do, and push each other to its limits. And that's overall what it is, just pushing each other to the limits that we know that we can accomplish all these things and being better than the boys. And that's what we do. We definitely have that main goal of whenever we go out there, whatever we do, it could be a 5-second match, a 5-minute match. We want to put on a show that everyone is talking about us and not the guys. You know, it's our time.
Yeah, awesome. You also mentioned there that you want to become a 2-time knockouts champion, which is a great goal. While you were in the middle of your first reign, you had the opportunity to defend the belt both in the company and in a lot of external promotions like Battle Slam, GCW for the Culture. How important was it to be able to take the belt to these places and to be a representative for Impact at really important independent promotions?
It was very important to me. I was willing to defend this title or show up with this title any and everywhere, just to show how proud I was of a dream, a goal that I accomplished, and being the first Afro-Latina to do this in Impact Wrestling. It just set a bar, a different tone for future Afro-Latinas to want to come into Impact and do the same thing that I've done. And of course, it helps give that opportunity, that open eye to up and coming girls that hasn't been looked at yet, or have been under the radar. Hey, you're getting in the ring with a Knockouts world champion. So now that this opens the eyes of not just Impact, but other promotions as well, to be like, all right, well, we know who Tasha Steelz is. Well, who's such and such that's getting in the ring with her? Because I'm sure she's really not going to get in the ring with just anybody. But I will get in the ring with just anyone, because I love giving opportunities. It's something that I've always wanted, getting into this business. So me giving that back was an enjoyable moment. And I was willing to show this off, like I said, anywhere and everywhere. And I was willing to help give an opportunity and give that eye opener to all these ladies. And it's worked out very well. So pat on my back for that.
Of course. I mean, you had to start from somewhere to get to where you are now. It's good that you have the opportunity to give back to people who are in the same position. You said in an interview earlier this year, if you can make it on the East Coast, you can make it anywhere. How did competing for promotions like IWF, the Women's Wrestling Revolution, and Chaotic Wrestling prepare you for your time at Impact?
So you have in the Northeast, you have major promotions like Limitless, Chaotic, Northeast Wrestling, Beyond Wrestling, and of course their sister promotion, which is WWR, Women's Wrestling Revolution. These major promotions, very, very huge, and it has created the biggest stars you've seen in WWE, in AEW, in Impact. They definitely have gotten more eyes seen on them being in these promotions and constantly showing their face in these promotions. So being a part of that, I believe my first start was Beyond. I did get a chance to wrestle one of my close friends and someone who's killing it right now in NXT, Wendy Chu. I got my first start in Beyond Wrestling with her. And from there, it just more that I've had, the more eyes that were seen on me. So definitely they draw very, very big. So being able to be a part of their promotion is just amazing, because not everybody gets to be a part of it. So when you're a part of those promotions, you want to do your absolute best, because not only them drawing big, but they have a huge following, and on YouTube and everywhere, everyone is watching their stuff, especially Beyond and Women's Wrestling Revolution. Definitely have a lot of YouTube subscribers. So yeah, if you can make it in these if you make it in these type of promotions, you could definitely make it anywhere, because the Northeast was definitely the huge territory to make it in our generation now.
Well, with your slight flub there, I sense you'll be doing a lot of media today, so I won't keep you too much longer. I'll end with something that's hopefully a bit of a fun question, and it's about your ring gear from Victory Road. Commentary said it was inspired by Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Why
the
Ursula?
Villainess, the ultimate villainess, Ursula. I think Ursula and Petty Steelz are kind of hand in hand. You know, Ursula, she really just don't give a damn, okay? And she will take advantage of any and everything she possibly can. So she was taking souls at a certain price. And she didn't care about their feelings. She didn't care. I mean, poor Ariel. She just wanted to have legs and be with the man she loved, but she had to give up her voice. So how can she communicate with this man that she loves, and she has a great singing voice? How can she do all of that and have legs at the same time? Ursula didn't care. You want legs? You give me your voice. And that was Ursula. Ursula was very, very petty. And me being the heel that I am, me being the villainess that I am, I think Ursula is the ultimate villainess.
Right.
And I wanted to channel her. And I don't think any female has channeled her anywhere. So this was a first for me. Everyone has done Cruella and Maleficent. So doing Ursula was a first. So now if you see any other woman do Ursula, you know Tasha Steelz is the first person to do it. You said it. I said it right here. I was the first person to do Ursula. So if anybody else does it, you already know I inspired it.
I'll send them your way. Is Little Mermaid your favorite Disney movie?
Yes, Little Mermaid and Lion King.
Right, okay. I did see on Twitter that you said those would be your entrance music if you had to pick a Disney movie song.
Yes.
Be Prepared and Poor Unfortunate Souls, which are good.
Yes.
Very, very
word
easy.
for word, bar for bar, all-time favorites.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's all time we have for here with you here at Near Falls Media. But thank you so much, Tasha, for joining us. And best of luck with whatever you end up doing. Make sure you check out Impact Wrestling to find out at Bound for Glory this weekend.
Yes. And that is on what? Oh,
Perfect. Thank you so much.
thank you.